our equipment, but also the other men on our team. We would break through to a higher level of personal confidence and team spirit. "The man on the top is working with you every step of the way," our climbing coach had said. "The gear is top-rated. You'll do fine, especially if you don't look down." When Jeff was securely in his harness, he yelled up, "I'm ready. Who's holding my line? My life is in your hands." "Vince," came the reply from far above. Suddenly Jeff froze, then stepped back and unclipped his harness. Clearly he wasn't going up. He started waving his hands and shaking his head to the team above. "I'm not taking one step up this rock with that guy holding my rope," he shouted. "Give me somebody else." In the shocked silence that followed, a feeling even more sickening than the fear of heights hit my stomach. It was imagining the utter embarrassment of Vince, the man on top, rejected as an untrustworthy climbing partner. It was the shattering awareness that all the camaraderie we had been building piece by piece for days was about to fall apart. The three of us looked up. The crew above peered down, and none of us knew what to do next. Until Al stepped up, I heard a click. Al was buckling himself into the dangling harness. In a moment he was leaning into the rope. "Vince," he yelled. "Yeah? You ready?" "I'm ready," came back the reply. "Here I come," yelled Al, and he started up the face of the wall. When Al was only about, maybe 1 second of free fall time up that cliff, I had my second breakthrough moment. My knees were still jelly, but at least I was breathing again. "You're going to be okay," said that little voice. "You're going to climb that cliff just fine, all the way to the top." And by the end of the day, that's exactly what I had done. The book you're holding is about spiritual breakthroughs. It's about taking risky steps towards life-altering change, even when, especially when, you feel frozen in place, overwhelmed by obstacles. Since you're reading this page, I imagine you're asking the Lord for a breakthrough in a vital area of your life. Maybe you have taken stock of what you've accomplished, who you have become, how your marriage is unfolding, or how your kids are turning out. As you have looked over that inventory scribbled down somewhere in your heart, you have been disappointed or even deeply dismayed. Or maybe you simply realize it's time to step up to a new level of commitment in your walk with God. Getting stuck or sliding back isn't for you. You're a committed spiritual climber, anxious to press on towards maturity and a fuller experience of the Lord's best for your life. Now, here you are, looking up at that rock wall, squinting into the sun. "Lord, I'm here. I want to change. I want your best. Help me up." In my 30 years of ministry, I've seen the longing for personal and spiritual change written across thousands of faces. I've preached to stadiums full of gung-ho seekers and counseled one-on-one with dozens of earnest women and men. Their questions are surprisingly similar. What am I missing? What is God's abundant best for my life and my family? And can I experience it personally? What will it cost? How can I be sure I won't fail again this time? Where do I start? How can I pass this kind of vital Christian experience along to my children? You've seen them. Maybe you've been one of them, too. They attend church, go to special meetings, read the latest self-help book. They start to make a new commitment. Then the rock wall of change overwhelms them. "I'll never get to the top anyway," they reason. They falter, slipping back to what feels comfortable. And what happens then? Their spiritual life drifts. Their relationships bump along. Their kids wobble off course. But the Christian life wasn't meant to turn out that way. In His Word, God has given us simple but powerful principles that enable us to experience meaningful and lasting breakthroughs in key areas of our lives. This book will show you, perhaps for the first time, not only where God is inviting you to make a change in your life, but how to do it. Friend, I can say that with confidence, because I've seen the results in thousands of people just like you. As God opens your eyes, page by page, you're going to have more aha moments than you ever thought possible. You've probably noticed that your life seems to move from a season of security and rest into a season of disruption and insecurity, and back again. Your life is neither a steady growth line nor an endless plateau. To put it another way, you're traveling through the geography of change if you move forward across a plateau, content with where you are. You're faced with a bump or a cliff, a challenge or an obstacle. You falter and turn away, choosing instead to stay on your plateau, maybe even step back a safe distance from that cliff. Or you seize the opportunity for a breakthrough and begin to climb. You break out onto a summit where you consolidate your gains. You begin moving